Here is a Mitsubishi cassette deck that was like about $500, and there's no overcurrent protection in it from the factory, so we're going to put a line fuse in it. Okay, so this one has a polarized plug. See, the one side is wider than the other, and you want to put the fuse on the live side, so you're going to put it on the side without the tracer on it. So we're going to put it on this one on the bottom here. So we're going to cut the cord there. There, we're going to pull the cord out. Now this is a solder pump here, so we're going to pick up some solder here and make the hole. Oh, the hole is opened up, so we don't have to use this. This is called a solder sucker. So we're going to take and strip and this is the solder we use. Okay, we're going to twist the strands together so we get them all inside the hole on the fuse block here. You can buy this at Radio Shack. And I'm going to dip the terminal into a little bit of flux here. I'll take and I'll put some on both sides here. And I'm going to tin the solder onto the wire here. Heat the iron up. Tin the wire. Okay, then I'm going to put the wire in through this hole here. Put some solder on my iron. I'm going to heat the terminal and the wire. And I'll put some on from the bottom too. I'm going to let that cool a little bit. Then I'll turn it over, make sure it's a nice solder joint on that side. Now we're going to do the wire to go over to the transformer. Again, I'm going to get the wire covered up with some flux. tin it with my iron. Then I'm going to take the fuse block here. I'm going to get some flux. Okay, I'm going to dip the solder wire into the flux off the camera there, and I'm going to flux both sides of this block here. Now I'm going to put our tinned wire into the hole. I got some on the bottom. There. I'll let that cool a minute. Then I'll turn it over and look at the bottom. I got a good, well, it didn't flow very good on that side, so I'm going to put a little more flux down here on the bottom. Put a little more solder on my iron. I'm going to hold this wire up so it doesn't go down. Okay, now we got a nice full solder joint on both sides. I'm going to just wipe off the flux. Okay, we got a good solder joint on this side, all good and full, and a full solder joint on this side. It's just covered with flux. So we can take and say we're done with the iron now. And I'm going to tin it and be ready to get put away here pretty soon. I put some solder on there and unplug it. Oops, I got it soldered onto the transformer. So we're going to be mounting this block right here. And this wire is going to be coming back around and going into that hole there. So I'm going to strip it. Okay, I'm going to twist the strands together here. Make sure I get all the strands going through the hole. And I'm going to take a little weight here and hold this wire back. I'm going to use the flux here. I'm going to put it on my soldering wire. I'm going to rub it on the area where I'm going to be soldering. Okay, I'm going to clean the tip again. Okay, now I'm going to be heating the pad. I want to fill that thing all up. Okay, a better way to do this is I think I'm going to have to tip this sideways, because I want to fill the solder joint and have it right. So I'm going to take And I'm going to unscrew the power transformer here. And I turn it this way, now you can probably see it better. I'm going to heat the wire, the terminal, and that whole pad. There it is. That looks really good there. I'm going to let that cool. Okay, now I'm going to put the tie wraps back in. Then I cut them off flush. And now we're ready to screw the block down. So we'll put it in this way. Make it nice and straight. Tighten it good. And now we're ready to put the cord clamp back on, and we'll put it in right here. Okay, so we get the wires tied up and out of the way here, so we'll fold this one back a little bit. We'll make a loop here, and we'll and there it is, all done.